Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are rolling along on the 78 El Camino SS. Nikki over there barking at the cats. They're just bothering her. Last episode we restored all these rims and put new tires on it. This morning these two were flat. I took them off and I was like, oh shit, I thought they were going to be leaking around the rims. But no, they were the new eBay valve stems, the little valve inside leaking. So of course I have a whole bunch of used ones on my tire machine. I put 2 used ones on there and it seemed to stop. Anyway, these two seem to be doing okay. I don't know why those two leaked. Okay, so 99% sure that this master cylinder is leaking. It's all wet down here. Then we opened it up, it was empty. I filled it up with fluid and it just doesn't do nothing, just keeps going to the floor. So pretty sure this is leaking at the back. They want 60 bucks at O'Reilly's and AutoZone. I went on eBay and just now ordered one for $25 shipped, tax and everything. 26 bucks. So you gotta wait, you know, who knows, 3, 4, or 5 days for that. Don't know if we'll get to that this video. Hopefully we will. Okay, so here's the body tag right here. Okay, and then the VIN number. So I checked the VIN number. I should have brought it out here, but it's pretty basic. Chevrolet El Camino, built in Arlington. Oh, there's I think a U code on there that says 305. Designates 305, and I think that's about it. There's nothing on the VIN number that would designate an SS. Also, as I mentioned before, they did come with a 350, but this is what's weird. You got a 305, just 305 2-barrel. They didn't make a 305 4-barrel, or they didn't put a 4-barrel on a 305. The 350 is a 4-barrel, so they didn't make a 350 with a 2-barrel, 4-barrel only. Kind of like the 76 El Camino has a 350 but 2-barrel. So this was either or, little 305 2-barrel or 350 4-barrel. 305 2-barrel, 145 horse, 350 4-barrel, 170 horse. Not a whole lot more power. Okay, so tomorrow should be getting a load of parts in. Ordered a new fuel pump, which we're going to replace the one that's in the back of this that was, you know, really loud and not working. And what we're going to do, because this is just line from the to the tank, and then I got this temporary fuel pump here, and then goes to this line up to the carburetor. So of course we're just going to put a line from there, use this line here to there. But what we're going to do is never trust electric fuel pumps, no matter if they're Holly brand or high brand or whatever. This is like a $15 cheapie. The one I bought's like $25, lifetime warranty, but who knows how long they're going to last. And they're going to crap out when you don't want them to. You're going to be in the middle of nowhere, stranded. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off and just run a regular line, but we're going to put this up, seal this up in a plastic bag and keep it in the little cubbyhole trunk thing. And that way, if your main fuel pump craps out, you pull this off, carry a flathead screwdriver, and you can stick this on right where it's at. and then you got the two wires here, positive and negative. Connect the negative. See it? And that'll run the car. We've already proved that. So that's all you have to do. If you're stranded, take you 5-10 minutes. Put that on there and you're on the road again. Okay, so if you do have a car with electric fuel pump, always carry a spare one. And this is like really easy access right there. I didn't find out if, I don't know what's up with that plate down here, why they blocked it off. But anyway, we're not going to bother with it in case the cam's flat. We'll just use electric fuel pump, carry a spare. Someone mentioned these are to turn off the heater core to make the AC run cooler. That sure don't look factory to me. I don't think they said it was factory. Looks like somebody bubbified it and rigged that on there. Yeah, it can't be factory. Okay, so that's the plan for this video, guys. We're going to get that electric fuel pump on there. And then, of course, we're taking 2 steps backwards. So I have this jacked up. Every time I walk by it, it stinks of, you know, the old gas mixed in with the new. Well, it's leaking. See this here where probably a forklift driver, whatever, it's dripping right in here. So we gotta, I don't know, wait till all the gas drips out of it, clean it up, and probably pack it with that JB Weld fuel sealer stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna replace the tank. The sender unit, like I said, it goes all the way to full, and I don't know the battery hooked up, but that may just be a ground. We'll see if we can get that working. Okay, so, where was I with the VIN number? Deciphered that. Rest of the numbers are production numbers. So this tag here, same type of thing, but it had camel interior, which is this color interior. Also a number on there designated bucket seats, and I think that was it. So there was no and I don't think they all, if it's a true SS, whether they all came with that, because you could order SS with different packages, I guess. Like there's three different gauges here. This one's called the sweeping one, and then you got one that's round, has a round speedometer, and then a bunch of round idiot lights. And then the other code was a round speedometer with a whole bunch of round gauges. So you could get 3 different gauges on an SS, but there's no codes on there for gauges. There's no codes on there for the AM, FM, CB, stereo, stuff like that. So not all the codes are on there. So I'm not sure. I looked through all the paperwork again. I kind of wrapped it up. Just the owner's manual, warranty booklet, tire receipts. There's no sticker in here. There's no sticker in here, even though I think I closed that again. Damn it. Unless the rats had ate it off. So I can't find any tags with all the codes on it. When I rip this interior apart, when we do the floors, I check underneath the seats and check underneath all that carpet stuff back there, and maybe I'll find a build sheet, but it's not looking good to prove that it's a real SS. So, you know, to me it's a real SS because it's all original paint. Also the other 2 numbers up here is the paint code 11, which is white, and it says, you know, U for upper, L for lower. So it had upper, lower, white, but of course this is lower, gold. See, originally it would have been all white, and then they painted the gold. So I'm not sure, you know, I don't know whether the dealer would do this and put on the Super Sport, or some of them were designated from the factories as Super Sport. You know, I don't know. But to me, it looks all original. It looks like this is just all factory Super Sport stuff. But I can't prove it. So I don't know. That's probably going to lower the value of it. But okay. Yeah, somebody mentioned, oh, push the black button. No, that's the 4-way button there. It doesn't. Somebody said it's not in park. It's in park. You can wiggle this. Wiggle that. The key does not turn back. So we don't know. That's what we're going to check out. It's not here yet, but the key and ignition should be in tomorrow too. So we're going to fix that because I can't shut the car off. So you do this and see how the column moves. I said it's not in park. Well, it's in park. It's just this damn thing here is jammed. Okay, I did, when I had the power hooked up, the radio does come on. Lights up here for the CB and the radio, but there's no sound coming out. So either the speakers are disconnected or they're all shot. I'm gonna check that out, see if we can get that, working. I think, from what I read, this is supposed to have a power antenna. There's no antenna hooked up to it. I ordered one though, 20 bucks. We're gonna see where this power antenna used to be. I don't know if it'd be in the wind. Is it? Oh, it might be in the windshield. No, is that scratches or? I don't know. Well, we'll check that out. Yeah, one good thing about this, there's no cracks in the windshield. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to try to accomplish this video, guys. Get it running, driving, stopping, all that stuff. And then once we get that done, we're going to check why this clicking is going on back here. Tear that off, check, see if it's the rocker, lifter, push rod, who knows. And hopefully we don't have to do nothing major to it. I don't really feel like pulling it all apart and putting the cam and all that stuff in it. Okay, so I think that's where we're at now, guys. We'll probably get a bunch of little stuff done. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll get her parked over here and get rolling on it. Okay, see you tomorrow. Okay, guys, got some stuff to get started with. Valve cover gaskets, some fuel lines, heater hoses, some JB Weld tank weld, oil and a filter, antifreeze, brake fluid, some engine restore lubricant, maybe help that lifter out. Got the battery tray, got the ignition lock and door locks, some seam sealer, and then I got this from actually for this El Camino and I think the Nova. Okay, go over a few things. This is from the GM brochure for 78 El Camino. The SS option additions are front air dam, it's got it. Sport mirrors, it's got it. Now, black treatment behind the grill opening. Can't tell, yeah, you can see it, some of it here, I think. It's faded. Okay. Choice of 6 accent colors below lower body. So gold is one of them. What the other 5 is, I'm not sure. Decal stripes, you know, the Super Sport. Rally wheels painted to match the lower accent color. That was true. 205 75 R14 radial tires. That's what was on it. That's what's in his receipts. He's bought a bunch of tires in the past. He's always ordered them. What come on the stock base model ones, I don't know. Obviously smaller. SS decal on door and tailgate's got them, and SS identification on the dash. And it's got the SS on the dash. And also air shocks are standard. So air shocks come on all of them. Okay, so it's got all the SS options. It sure looks like this is the way it came from the factory. I just can't identify it without a build sheet. Okay, we'll go over a couple of things. As I mentioned in the other video, this propane thing, I don't know, it's not, this wire's not hooked up, that's not hooked up, and this is a cable. So here's the, let me find it here first. Right here. I kind of, oh, it's right there. Okay. I'm not sure on a propane whether it has a different carburetor, or I don't know how it's set up. But we're going to take that cable out of there. Someone mentioned in the comments, and they're probably right, why this factory fuel pump is missing from here. They put on an electric one so they could electrically shut the fuel off to run propane. So that makes sense. So there's probably nothing wrong with the cam lobes, you know, on there that I thought maybe was a problem. So yeah, that's probably right. But I can't find no evidence of what they had propane hooked up. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. This spark plug wire here is, I think it's all the way through. I thought they were all good except for this one. And I'm not exactly sure where that goes. Where is that? Oh, that is the last cylinder. It's the last cylinder where the click's coming from. I got some used ones. I'll change that over, check the rest of them real good. It looks like the only one that's chewed through. We'll do that first. Fuel pump hasn't come in, but we'll do the ignition. Hopefully the fuel pump comes tomorrow, and we can get all the fuel system done. And then a few days for the master cylinder. Get her running on its own, stopping. Okay, well, I'll be back. We're going to do the ignition next and take out that propane thing. And I'll be back. Okay, guys, let me show you what I got going so far. Okay. First, had to take the steering wheel off. There's the puller. Okay, I'd take this cover. Now this steering wheel is all cruddy. I'm gonna get a new one. Anyway, pulled that off. Took off the, gotta take this little spring off here. You gotta pry that apart right there and push on this, and then once the spring comes unclipped, then it'll come off. Okay, then you take the 3 screws out of here and undo this little lever here. It's for the signal lever. You take 1 screw out of there and it just comes off, and you pull it out and you pull that down. Okay, now you can get at the ignition. So what I do with it here, I did all this morning. Okay, so when this is in there like that, you got to push, you got to use a little, it sticks in here, right in this little opening here. This right here does. So all you got to do is push that in like that, and then pull this out, and it comes out. Okay, so it's not really a, you know, you can't really put a screwdriver in there. I don't know if you can see in there. It's that shape. So of course this would only go, this was stuck all the way this way, and it would only go like that. It wouldn't come all the way back. I still don't know what was caught in there. Maybe, I don't know. So to test it, you stick the pliers in here, grab that. You see everything moving, and there, that's to start it and come back. You see it? Start and come back. And then that's as far as it would go. But without that ignition lock in there, say it comes all the way back. You can see this coming out. So it's not in the column, it's in this ignition. Okay, so I got the new one, fixing to put that in there and test it out. So I don't know what was wrong with it. I've never really come across that before. I do need to see, I took this cover off. This was packed in full of rat shit and stuff. I already picked it all up, but this little deal here is all broken inside. I kind of need another one of them. Anyway, what else? Oh, the fuel pump did come in. Yeah, I just got tools and stuff everywhere. I'm gonna try to get this done. We'll just stick the steering wheel back on there for now so we can steer it till I get another one. I just now posted the last video. See if anybody wants to send anything before I start buying more stuff. So this is the fuel pump I just got in, 25 bucks. I think it's the same as I put on the Nomad. Put that, this is a filter, put that on there first. We're gonna do that next. So, okay, we got her up on the slab. I replaced that one eaten, chewed up by rats, spark plug wire. And I don't, this is a vent tube they had from the, from this vent coming down here. It is blowing out there, so it's got blow by. So we don't know how bad or whether it's all caused from that lifter on that side or not, but we'll get into it a little bit farther. When I pulled it from over here to here, it had a little bit of brakes. So the fluid eventually went down to the wheel cylinders, but we do know that it's all leaking here, and it was empty. So we got the new one, should be in any day, and we'll get the new, well, that's a remanufactured one, and we'll get that on there and have complete brakes, fuel pump running on its own, ignition turning on and off and everything. So that's what we're working on right now, or hope to get accomplished this video. Okay, oh, this door here, I got a screwdriver holding it open. I got a little clamp on this pin. I don't know, they changed, and then they're missing the spring right here to keep the door open. So we may have to redo all that. I don't know yet. Okay, that's what we got so far. Oh, I took off the little propane thing here, and the cable. Just toss that in the garbage. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the new ignition in there. I don't know how good you can see, but just pop right in there. There's to start it, all the way to accessory, back to here, pull it out. That's it. Everything works good. So I don't know what's up with the old one here. Anyway, I'll go in the shit pile. Okay, I'm gonna put all that back together, loosely put on the steering wheel so we can steer it, not put the cover or nothing back on. We'll get another steering wheel here sometime. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I wanted to go over, I do like these 15-inch C28 IROC rims, whatever they are, and they would look good on here, on the SS, but these are the original ones. I went with them. It's already done, did, new tires, everything. If this wasn't an original SS, if it was a base model and I was customizing it into what I would like, kind of like my 82, which was a Conquista, and I wanted to put it into more of an SS and the hood scoop and the air dam and all that, because it didn't matter. It was wasn't a very valuable SS model. If this was a base model, I would probably do that, guys. I would probably do more of a choo-choo edition customization on it, with maybe not the Monte Carlo front end because they're expensive, but at least put the front spoiler, hood scoop, stuff like that, and put these rims on there. Paint them. These are more tan, but I'd paint them gold or whatever two-tone I do on this. But anyway, these are going. I don't know when the video is going to come out, but I'm trading it. The guy I bought this car from, I'm trading him these rims back, as he gave me these rims on this car. He wants them for a Monte Carlo, so I'm trading him cash plus these rims for another car, which I'll make another video of. Okay, so now they're gone, so nobody can say, oh, put them Z28 rims on there. And I bought a set like this for 150 bucks, and they're on this one here. These are actually IROC rims. Okay, so I got a set for this already. Don't need them ones. And then of course I got the original IROC rims that don't hold any air. Right there. Okay, so I don't know if I could seal them up or not. I already tried a few times. I already gave up on them. But anyway, guys, these rims are going. Just wanted to clarify that. They would look nice on there, yeah, if I was customizing it, but I want to keep it more original. Since it's a real SS, I want to kind of keep it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, it's been a few days. Took the battery back up, fuel pump's on, and we're going to test the ignition and stuff on it. Okay, so I got the ignition key all in, and then just stuck the steering wheel on there, just threaded it on there a little bit because we're going to get another steering wheel for it. Okay, so we'll give her a cold start. Well, there it goes. Well, dying. Carburetor's not the best. There's that starter. Flames came up. I don't know if you've seen that. It's still sucking all that bad gas that's mixed in with the good gas. Well, no, I don't want to start. Well, you know what? I got that hole in the gas tank. I wonder if it all leaked out of there. I'd have to disconnect it from there. I thought I had a filter on there to see. I think it's pumping. I want to see if it turns off. Yep, turns off with the ignition now. We need it to idle. It was idling earlier. It might just be cold natured, something wrong with the choke. Okay, well, need to get it idled because now I got the new fuel pump I showed you. I was going to put it on next. Got the ignition fixed. Going to put the fuel pump on. Then I thought, well, hang on, because we better take this valve cover off and see where this tick's coming from and see if it's fixable. If it's a flat cam, then it's going to have to be all gone through, and is it worth it? Plus it's got blow by. They said they had that tube on the end of this coming down, and it was puffing out smoke. That actually just goes to the air cleaner, so obviously they just bypassed the air cleaner. They didn't want all that shit going in there. Most likely caused by that valve, but I'm thinking if it's you know, a valve or a cam or something like that, I think we're just going to replace this engine with the engine from the Gold 77 Malibu. It's souped up a little bit. It's supposed to be bored out, 350 heads on it, got the big Edelbrock on it. It's supposed to be all rebuilt and all that, and it runs great. So I think we may put that motor in this car. So if that's the case, then why put the fuel pump, electric fuel pump, on the back when we'll just hook it up to the mechanical fuel pump that's already on that other engine and do that. At the back there, we'll just stick another filter or something on it. So anyway, let me get all these wires and crap out of the way and take off this valve cover, and we'll take a peek at her, see if anything's loose, see if it's a simple fix or it's going to be a problem. So I'll be back. Okay guys, they're all moving. I tightened them up a little bit, but it's still banging. So I'm not sure. See, it's building up pressure and coming out here. Blow by. So that's usually the rings. But what's making that noise, I'm not sure. I don't know, let me think about it, I'll be back. Okay guys, I've been thinking about it. It's the next day. It was 109 degrees yesterday. It hit a record. I think it's supposed to be 105 or 6 today. No matter what I do, it's still clicking over there. I tighten them down, loosen them up. So it must be a lifter, busted lifter down there or something. So you'd have to take it all apart, put a cam and lifter set in it, hope that they're good since there's a lot of bad lifters going around. Then we got the intake and the 2 barrels that need to be swapped to a 4 barrel. It smokes a little bit, but I think that's from the bad gas because it's still dark brown coming out of there. I need to probably drain all that out. We'll probably do that before I fix the hole in the tank. It's just, it reads 20,000 miles. It's probably 120. You know, looking at the brake pedal, reads 20,718. Looking at the brake pedal and stuff, it's probably 120 instead of 220. And yeah, it's probably just worn out. It's just old, worn out, underpowered. Yeah, this thing here was busted. Somebody busted that. And yeah, it looks all original because everything's just all original. So you got all them deals with it. I think we're just going to swap engines. I think we're going to take the engine out of that gold 77 Malibu and put in here. I really wanted to use that engine for a higher dollar car. This car I'm thinking is going to be worth 10, maybe 12, depending on how good it is. I'd rather use that engine for a Nova Chevelle that is worth double that, worth 20. But this is where we're at. And the gold Malibu, well, we'll go over there. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the gold 77 Malibu Classic. It was parked in 2011, so like 12 years. And from what I was told, like, there's no proof of anything, but it runs really good. See, originally 305 2 barrel, but so before they parked it, it was rebuilt. Not long before that. So it's got a Edelbrock intake, Edelbrock carburetor. The chrome valve covers a little bit of rust, but it runs really good, really good. Perfect, almost, just perfect. And then even if you've seen the last video or two, you know, I had it just parked here for 7 months. Started right up, just run perfect. It doesn't even need any tune-up stuff. I already did an oil change to it. We drove it around the lot a few times. I don't have a battery in it right now. Just gonna make sure it shifts through all the gears. And so from what I was told, it's a 305 block, or the original block that was in the car, and it was bored out, and they put 350 heads on it, and then of course this Edelbrock stuff. So if any of that's true, who knows? All we know is it runs great. But if I was to put it in a $20,000 car, I would want to make sure it's a 350. I'm not sure. I think the numbers are under here or something. We'll figure it out when we pull it out, because that's where this car's destined anyways to be. Have the engine transmission pulled. The rest of it, if somebody wants it, $1,500 without the engine, or I'll just part it out. I'll make $1,000 or something easily on the doors, fenders, you know, bumpers, rear end, stuff like that, body parts. So once we pull it out, we'll pressure wash it down. And this doesn't have the AC. See, nobody ever puts the AC back on, but that's all right. We'll use everything off the El Camino. Yeah, we'll pressure wash it down, clean it up, probably put headers on it, check the numbers, make sure it is a 305 or a 350, who knows, find out what year it is. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the year being a 78 original because it's low horsepower anyway. Anything's over an improvement over 145 horsepower 305. There's not going to be that many sticklers that want that engine in there. They want something a little bit better. There might be a few, but I don't think it matters too much. It's not like taking a, you know, an SS 69 Chevelle 396 and taking it out and putting in something else. That would just be blasphemy. But okay, so I think that's how we're gonna go. For right now, we're gonna stick the valve cover back on there. The brakes started coming around, but the master cylinder's not here. It'll probably be here, well, maybe today, I don't know. We'll put that on there, drive it around, make sure the brakes works. Stuff last time we just putted around because it had no brakes whatsoever. I did get some new lug nuts with a hole. On eBay, they're usually 20 bucks for 20. I got some chrome lug nuts here we're gonna put on the wheels because I just got the regular lug nuts there. Hopefully they're the same. They're supposed to be. Look a little bit better with chrome lug nuts, huh? Okay, so we'll put that on there. Maybe drain the gas, fix the gas tank, get it so it's running and driving, putting around here, and then possibly we'll have to do the engine and stuff next video or the next few videos. But for now, we'll try to fix some more little stuff that came in. Here's a, oh, this also came in. This is a CB radio antenna, magnetic. 2 foot. I can hook that up. I got a CB radio in the house that used for emergencies, and I needed an antenna anyway. So if this CB don't work in this car, and I'll be using that for another one. Okay, so I think like I said, we'll just pedal around, do some little stuff like that, and then jump on that engine. Probably take it out of the gold one first, bring that out, drive it over here, and then pull everything out, park that hole back over there, and then pull this out, pull this in, pull it out, and we're going to pressure wash all the inside here, get it all clean, probably paint some of it black. I know this is stuff here's plastic, but whatever, we'll paint it all black or whatever, and then clean the engine up. Probably not paint it or nothing, just clean it up real good and stick it back in here like it belongs, hook everything up, and then mechanically it should be good. Well, for that part. We'll get to the brakes and the shocks and the change the rear end fluid, probably change a few joints. We're gonna go, like I said, we're gonna go a little overboard on this. This ain't a just, see, this engine here, you know, it's got the blow by also. So is that caused by that lifter valve situation, or is that caused by the rings? So you tear it apart, and before you know it, you're pretty much going, well, I might as well just rebuild the whole thing. Well, right, why rebuild a 145 horsepower slug motor? So, would it be good enough to, you know, you see these, my other cars, they just sit around here, and I drive them once in a while. Would that be good for this? Yeah. This motor here would, you know, so what if it's got some blow-by and ticking? You can start it up every now and drive it around the property or drive it up to the store. But that's not what I want this car for. And neither these other cars, almost all my engines just run perfect. So I want to be able to hop in them, and if I wanted to, or if I ever sell them, they can drive it across country and it'll make it type thing. You don't have to worry about blow-by and clicking and smoking and all that stuff. So that's why I want this perfect, almost best I can get it without going through a full rebuild. Okay, so that's where we're at, guys. Let me get some stuff done, and I'll be back. Okay, there it is with the valve cover back on. Still clicking. You can see the blow-by coming out of there. It does kind of shake a little bit, but it probably could use spark plugs, wires, cap, rotor, all that, tune-up stuff. But I'm just not going to do it for this car. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I hooked up the CB. I was putting on the antenna, some magnetic, and there's a little deal to put that on to hold it in, and it dropped, and it's gone. They're great. Anyway, this is CB working. The only problem is I guess this is the selector for the channel. It won't, it's froze up. None of these other, they're for the stereo. Anyway, it stops when I breaker. One guy, I think it's this guy here, he's just swearing up a storm. Anyway, I'm not sure where there's mounts and where the little deal is to hang this up. I don't see any holes for it or anything, but I got one in the Nova here, which I can take off. '78 Nova had a CB in it too. See right here. Can always take that off. So the stereo works, but of course it sounds like crap too. The radio.
The Colts are beating them. Maybe the Tigers hit one in the fist fight, kind of out physical them, but the Tigers don't have no offense, man. Hey, Derrick Henry, he's on his way out as a free.
You gotta kind of wiggle the button a little bit. Got the antenna in the windshield. Anyway, it works. I wonder if I should put it on eBay for $1,500. I don't know if I'd want to keep it in there. You know, I bought a new CB thing for, I don't know, $29, $39 brand new. And that's probably what I'll use this antenna for. I'm not going to be using this on this car. Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably wrap. Oh, I got the chrome lug nuts on there. But now, this cap here, it's got two busted deals on it. So it's either gonna fall off or I gotta buy another set, or I could probably get that insert. But anyway, the chrome lug nuts look good. They look good on there. Okay, well, I ordered a new steering wheel. I know this one could probably clean up, but I don't know. It's, you know, starting to get that gummy stuff. There's that center section. That little corner's cracked. This is cracked here. It's got all little stress cracks. It'll look like garbage on there. Put that on eBay too. A couple of people had them on there for 59 bucks or something. Maybe this was for the CB. See, there's no little deal on there. I hate to drill some holes, but okay, we'll figure out what we want to do tomorrow before we start pulling the engine. I think I'm going to pull the engine on this one first. That way I pull this engine out, push this back where the avalanche is, bring in the gold Malibu, pull it out, pull this back up here, and then put it in. But of course, like I said, we'll clean it all up first and do some painting and all that. It'll take a while because I want to go through everything, clean everything up, degrease the engine, degrease everything. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow and we'll decide what we want to do. Okay guys, I wanted to mention it was parked in 2003 sometime. This expires first month of 04. So it's been off the road basically 20 years, November of 04. So it was sometime in 03 that it was parked. Okay, the receipts for the tires in 1996 had 86,000 miles on it. So from 96 to 03, 7 years later, it's at what it is now, 20,000 something. So that kind of makes sense that it was driven 34,000 miles between 96 and 03. There's no way it would be over 100. So they wouldn't drive it that far. So basically, yeah, this is a 120,000 mile car. But as you can hear from the engine, she's just worn out. And those engines, they just don't last like newer ones. They don't last 200,000-300,000 miles. 100,000 is about tops on these things before they start crapping out. So, anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. 99% sure it's 120, not 220 or 320. So, anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, we're going to patch this gas tank here. See if I can. Okay. So, I think it's right up in here. It stopped leaking a while back. We're going to wipe that down with some thinner and a rag. Use some 80 grit sandpaper, scuff it all up. I think it's just leaking right there. Scuff it up. Don't use a grinder or nothing. Any sparks is gonna make it blow up. So just clean it all up and put some JB Well gas tank repair. I'll show you that when I get to that point. Okay guys, you see the hole right there? Looked like a can opener or something opened it up. And a bunch of this stuff, I don't know what it is. Bondo or something. Anyway, I got it cleaned up enough that I'm going to use this JB Weld tank, and it's actually putty. So you break off a piece, it's a 2-part, and you knead it and mix it up real good and stick it on there. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, I mixed that stuff up real good and put it on there. So I don't know what it's doing there. Okay, supposed to dry it for 24 hours. I'm gonna put some undercoating or something over it. Probably clean up the rest of the tank. Anyway, that's that done. Okay, this video is getting real long, so I know we didn't get a whole lot done. Bunch of little stuff, the ignition, the gas tank thing, diagnosing the engine, deciding I'm just gonna swap it. Be a lot more work, but you know, no money. Just stuff I'm doing to it. I ordered seat covers. Place makes the exact same upholstery, so we'll see when that gets here. Ordered a steering wheel, I think I said that. And we checked out some stuff. Stereo CB works. I don't like either one, and to keep it in there just to be original, I don't know. If anybody wants to buy it, I'll put it on eBay or something for try to recoup some money. Okay, I guess that's it guys. And you know, a few people comment, oh, too much rambling. Well, I do these videos for myself too, so this is a record of building this car, and I go into detail, you know, about the SS stuff, options, tag number, everything that's wrong with it you know, for my own records, so I can look back on it years from now, or it's a record for whoever buys it. They'll know exactly what's been done to it, exactly what I've diagnosed, just like you can see all the original paint and decals and all originality of it. And this will all be gone when it's restored, you know. So people, oh, that thing's been painted 20 times, that thing's been a rust bucket. No, look at the video. So that's one of the reasons I make the videos, guys. I don't make them for a couple of people to oh, stop rambling and get on with it. No, I don't do it for them. They can hit the road and go somewhere else. Go watch other YouTubers dance around and stuff like that. But so anyway, okay, I think that's it guys. I gotta order other stuff, like this door handle's either bent or broke. It works, but we're just gonna go as we go. Okay, so next video, I'm gonna pull this engine first, and it's gonna be a step-by-step how-to process of what it takes to pull an engine transmission. I know a lot of you older guys already know, but we're gonna go over it. We're gonna take out the back U joint, pull the drive shaft, got to take out the cross member, got to disconnect the exhaust, on and on and on and on and on, because I know there's some young people that watch and trying to get into stuff like this, so it'll be helpful for them too. So that's what the next video will be about. We'll see how long it takes. It's going to be a big old mess full of fluids everywhere, just going to be in 100 and something degree heat. It's not going to be that fun. And then we'll bring the gold Malibu over, take the engine out of that, clean everything up, and then put it in here. In the meantime, I got some stuff coming. Like I said, I don't know why, but I got a set of headers here, but I don't know what I did with the collector's gaskets bolts. I used them for something else, I don't know. But I lucked out because I bought the whole gasket, bolt, and header gasket set for like 20 bucks. So we got a whole new headers to put on there. I have to look around and see, this is kind of low, especially with the 14s on there. On a few of these, the Aspen and the Chevelle, I bought the $100 eBay X-pipe kit. So we're gonna have to see if we got enough room to do all that. But anyway, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. We'll talk about that when the time comes. But in the meantime, yeah, we're gonna cut most of the exhaust off. Gotta unbolt that. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, and like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.